Greetings everyone, Harmony here, and yes, I know it's been a minute. I have not uploaded in a while, but I am here off of the strength of inspiration. So, read the title. For those who know, for those who have seen, you already know why I am here. If you don't know, then let me do a little quick introduction. I've done my very first cosplay in my life, actually. I don't think I've dressed up as any character ever. But yes, what you see right now is Harmony doing her first cosplay. Why? Because I watched the most amazing animation that I've seen probably in my life, maybe. It's up there. I mean, it's Spider-Verse level. So, as the title says, this is Mel Medarda reviewing Arcane. Who's Mel? What's Arcane? All right, Netflix just dropped a series, an animated series based off of the League of Legends game. So I'll say this first. I am not a gamer. My review is coming from the perspective of an artist, a fashion designer, and a mother who also is developing a character of her own. But this is what happened, and I'm here because I want to speak to the power of art, of storytelling, and of representation. See, what happened was this: scrolling on Instagram, just doing my little scroll, and I follow a lot of different, artsy people, fashion and illustrators and stuff like that. And I came across one of the people I follow. I see them in my feed pretty frequently. He posted this little vignette of a character. She was of color, melanated, and gorgeous. And I'm not being biased because, someone told me you only liked it because it reminded you of you. I didn't even think that. I was just like, who is this gorgeous character? So my investigation led me down the rabbit hole to Arcane's Instagram handle. And I saw that there was trailers. Even though I hadn't watched the trailer, I just went straight to Netflix to watch the series. I'm like, okay, let me give it a try. Let me see. I mean, they pulled me in with this beautiful visual of this person, and the animation is something weird and quirky about it. We're like, what's actually happening here? So, again, power of representation. I saw an image. It reminded me a lot of the character that I'm developing for my children's book. She had that theme, that feel about her, that energy about her. So that was another reason why it pulled me in. Binge watch it, when the kids are away. I had some time to actually just watch it. I didn't intend on binge watching it, but that's what happened because it was that good. All right, so I've rambled enough. Let me get to it. Hand clap to Fortiche Studios. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if I butchered that. The animation studio that did this, I'm following them. I follow them on Instagram now. I'm trying to devour whatever I can about this show. The show is dope because the art is unique. I haven't seen this art style before in animation. Maybe little hints of it, like in gaming a little bit, I guess you could say. But this 2D, 3D combination that they have, this painterly quality that is in the art and the animation, the expressions, the way they handle turning these characters into people that by the time you're like in the second episode and as you progress, so it's only 9 episodes. As you progress through, you feel like you're actually watching people, in my opinion. That was my experience, and from what I've read, other people's experiences as well. And I believe that a lot of that is due to the animation and the details that they put in giving each character certain expressions that were very nuanced, but that made all the difference in the world. So the art is gorgeous, very gorgeous. If you loved Into the Spider-Verse, you're gonna love this too because they have a very fresh, groundbreaking energy about the style. If you don't even care about the story, if you're an artist, if you appreciate art, you're going to watch it and you're going to be mesmerized by the world building and how they've created this whole like zone that you can just get lost in. They really did a great job with the world building, and again, the art is just beautiful. if nothing else, it's a beautiful show. All right. If you like beautiful things, just give a few episodes a try. I'll jump to this. The soundtrack. Okay. Like, the voice actors, they did a beautiful job of casting the voices to the characters as you get to, learn the characters and experience what their journey is and everything that they're going through. Again, it made it very like real. Like the characters, it felt like you were watching actors on a screen with, cinematography that was very much like a movie, the way that they shot certain angles, compositions, the movements. Oh man, it was so dope. The action sequences, just a lot. You can tell they put their heart and souls into this series, again, hats off to everyone involved. But yes, the soundtrack is very diverse. The artists, the show introduced me to people that I'm now looking up. They made sure to create the mood from top to bottom, left to right, spared no moment, no character. Nothing was wasted in this. I guess you can kind of sum it up that way. It's like they really did a great job with editing out fluff or just anything that wasn't necessary. Everything had a purpose and it drove the story and entertained you along the way. So beautiful art, amazing soundtrack. The voice actors, phenomenal. Most importantly, the story. The story is on point. They really challenged you to not really be able to pick a side. It's not really a good or a bad thing here. It's very gray. It's very nuanced. All the characters' motivations, they'll make sense to you as you watch it. I'll say that. It'll be interesting to hear who your favorites were by the end of the series. Now, I love all the characters, honestly. I enjoyed everyone. Again, no one was wasted. It was a really tight, storytelling style for such a large, I guess, landscape of people and cities and, different political things that were happening. They just did a really good job with pulling it all together, introducing you to the world, to the people, and to, again, their motivations. Now, on a personal note, with the story, it's kind of like to piggyback off the story, I realized that some of the things that were happening to some of the characters really resonated with me and my childhood journey and adulthood. Some of that stuff, you see in the series, and I personally related to some very deep emotional moments in this series. They did not hold back with giving you a raw experience of human emotion. So, I had these revelations later on, like, oh, wow. Okay, well, with this character, I can see why that happened to me when I was a kid. And, this was what happened as a result as I got older and, things that are going on. Even in my life now, I'm seeing little hints, not even little hints. This is straight out blatant, like, boom. Yes, you experienced that in your world, a version of that in your world, and you had this reaction. These themes in the story aren't necessarily brand new. We see them over and over again a lot of times because they're classic themes, good and evil, and the elite, and then you got the rebels. It was just a lot of parallels that I saw in my life, which that sounds kind of crazy. It's like, where did you live? No, I had a beautiful upbringing, but there are things that have happened that we've all experienced in life that could, cause certain crazy lessons, life lessons. They were in that series for me. I look at it as art therapy, basically. Again, the power of art. If you all agree, if anybody else felt that way, feel free to share in the comments. So I'll wrap up with a few things about one of my favorite characters. I have two. No, I have three. Okay. All right. My top three characters. Now, I am dressed as one of them. This was the character that pulled me into the show in the first place, Miss Mel Medarda. Now, I've been watching videos. People got their theories and stuff and all that. We're left on a cliffhanger. Again, I don't want to spoil, but this might be kind of spoily. So please, I guess maybe click off. It's not a total spoil. Yeah, never mind. If you haven't seen it, just cut off now and then, reconvene after you watch. In the end, we're left on a cliffhanger, and right now people are debating about who's going to make it to season 2. And I feel some kind of way about everybody assuming that my girl is like just toast. It's very frustrating to me. It's very frustrating. I can admit to being biased, obviously, because I love the character. I want her to grow and evolve with this series. But the rationale behind why she wouldn't make it is just it's a little insulting, and I'll say why. You know, people are saying, "Oh, it'll be better if." If she doesn't make it to season 2 because it will provide motivation for Jace and Mama Mbessa, and it'll create this, story to allow for the story to unfold with their motivations being shown, obviously. I don't buy it. No. It is not necessary for her to not make it in season 2 in order to be a motivator for Jace. It's not necessary. Okay? Jinx doing what she did to the city is enough motivation for Jace and Mbessa and everybody else in Piltover to say, oh, we got to bring the hammer, literally, hammer down on the Undercity. She doesn't have to go for that to be the motivation. What she's doing is enough. It's totally unnecessary for that to be the reason why he goes rogue. I mean, first of all, he's there, his life is in jeopardy and a whole lot of other people. So just the attempt of what's happening is enough. It'll be very predictable and corny to me if they reduce this amazingly beautiful character, this cunning and stunning woman, if she's reduced to something that is no more in order to motivate her boyfriend. No, that's weak to me. I hope that the studio does not go that way with the story, and I feel that they could do a lot more interesting things, so for me, the theory that I've seen out there is that it's possible that she will be what saves the day. And again, I'm not a gamer, but because of this show, I've been looking up lore, and I'm interested now. Yes, I'm a newbie, but now I'm interested. I have no shame in being a newbie, so don't y'all come for me in the comments like, oh, you just getting on. We've been on League of Legends for 10 years. Yes, you have. Yes, I am late to the party, but I'm early on this animated version of it, so I'm proud of that. So back to Mel. I hope that they continue to develop a very dope, unique, just compelling story as they've already set up in season 1. I think it'd be more interesting if what they're doing is giving us the backstory of a new champion. Someone with alleged origins that people have been talking about in different videos. Basically, you're going to see where this new champion started, or maybe not totally started because she still has a backstory that we don't know about yet. That will be the mystery that will be revealed, hopefully, early on in the season. And how dope would it be to see in future acts Mel and Jinx face off? Because clearly you're gonna have an issue with somebody who did what she did, so I think there's a lot of potential for some angst there between the two ladies if things go the way that I would like for them to go. There's enough backstory about where people think Mel may be from, and I just feel like that would be a beautiful expansion of her story. She's literally the Sun Goddess of Piltover. She believed in Jace. Everything that you see, all this progress, is because of the vision and intuition of a woman who knew, give this person a chance. And look what happened. She's literally the light, the sun of the city. Yes, this is not an exaggeration. That's literally what she is. So y'all miss me with all of, she got to go motivation. So you're reducing her to somebody's girlfriend when this woman is running off. Just stop it. We're not going to do that. And Riot and Fortiche Studios, y'all better not do it either. So that is basically my review. Did I have any other things to say about that? Oh, and how cool. Another thing. It would be interesting to see Mel possibly run into Echo at some point in this season, in a future season or a moment. You know, that exchange, that underworld and, you know, upper Piltover, you know, that regal, that clash, that could be some interesting. I mean, not necessarily even in a fight per se, but there's something there that could be interesting if Mel and Echo were to cross paths. Of course, a theme we've seen in previous stories, but I trust that they could do something dope with it. Other things, yeah, it's just a really beautiful show. I'm excited about season 2, and I really believe that based off of the source material that is there with the game, they really, and equipped with the caliber of animators and artists, writers and directors, they can rival with the MCU. Seriously, they really can, you know. And I'm here for it. So the LCU, the League Cinematic Universe, let's go. I'm all the way here for it. And I'm proud to be one of the early people to see it right when it dropped. Because I'm late. I'm always late. I'm the one that binge watched Breaking Bad 3 years after the season finale. I'm the one that starts to watch Game of Thrones at season 7. I'm usually late to the party on these series, but I caught this one on the front end, and I'm proud of that. I feel like I'm in a little, you know, a little elite group, and we can all do our videos and discuss how we can't wait. And then by the time season 2, it'll be more popular, more people will be on it, and then we can do our little corny bragging rights of being there first. So now I can actually do that, and I'm excited. So right now, I'm going to switch over really quick, talk to my lock people, to my subscribers who are here because of my hair, because they're probably like, what the hell is all this? Listen, the character's hairdo has everything to do with my channel, so that's what I'm going to do. Quickie video on the hairstyle from Mel Medarda, and I thank you all for, you know, listening to my ramble and my fangirling and all the other stuff that everybody's doing for this show. I'm not alone. And oh yeah, did I say my other favorite character? Okay, so Mel is one of my favorites. She's not my favorite character. I love her design, but my favorite it's probably Vi, but I also really relate to Jinx. So if you were to flip a coin, if Harmony were two sides of a coin, there's Mel on one side and there is Jinx on the other. Boom, that mashup. Hopefully it doesn't scare anyone, but yeah, I relate to both of those characters in different ways, and I just really appreciate being able to connect to art in that way, in a personal way. And that's what art is supposed to do. It's supposed to inspire, as it has done. You know, I created my entire piece. You know, I mean, I'm a designer, so yeah, I sold my whole little piece, customized everything, did my hair, just everything. So this was just a really fun experience, watching it, listening to the videos, and being a part of the conversation. So I thank you for your time, and I'll see you probably for a Jinx cosplay next. We'll see, but there'll be more because I'm inspired now. So yay, thank you, y'all enjoy. Peace.